So I have this chest of drawers here. I think I paid about €20 for this in Home Savers, which would be the UK equivalent to B&M. And having the diffusers on top of it, it's obviously peeled the paint off and stuff. This was in my bedroom, but I've decided, although I'm not very DIY, I've decided to upcycle it and try and save the top and move it downstairs by my front door. So I found this old tablecloth that I have, and it's got this big, I don't know, like wax mark on it there. So I'm going to just cut this up into size of the top and stick it. So I probably didn't do this in the easiest way. It was kind of one of these impulse decisions, and I just got a Sharpie and started marking out where the folds needed to be. There was probably easier ways to do this, but I just did what worked for me. So there, I'm just marking out like the edge so I can see where the folds are. And look, the end result isn't too bad, I don't think. So here now, I did actually start this about 2 weeks ago and then stepped away from it. So I'm just cutting off any excess now, and just using the bit that I actually need, which is this rectangle here. And then I'm just going to, I fold over the edges and then stick it down, basically. So this is 3 weeks later. It's downstairs now, and I'm going to start sticking down the actual bit of tablecloth now. So again, there is probably a million easier ways for me to have done this, but look, I had fun. It kept me busy for a bit. So now I'm just going to, the back has a little bit of an overhang just because you can't really see it. But the sides, I did my best to keep it as flush with the top as possible. And I'm using the Gorilla Glue double-sided sticky tape. This is incredibly good. It is difficult to get the blue film off of it, but once you get the blue film off of it, it isn't budging. Like, it's a really, really good tape. I also use it to stick down the rugs in the lounge, because Bundy has a tendency to chew the corners of rugs, and it sticks down the corners. So, yeah, you kind of just pull off that blue bit and stick it down, but the blue is hard to get off. Look, it's not perfect. There's creases in it, but there we go. Stick it down. I did get left with creases here, as you can see, like in the bottom right. I do fix them at the end-ish, but look, I'm happy with it. And that is the end result, I suppose. Well, the end result without the drawers in. And then this is it by the front door. So I've got my thing on top with some lip glosses, perfume, and a hair grip just for before I leave the house. And then inside, you've got, top drawer is their leads and their harnesses. So Bundy's on the left with his poop bag emoji poo bags, and Roxy's is on the right. And then the second drawer, we've got all of their spare poop bags. That handle thing is like a handle for picking up poop. It's quite handy. And then their brushes. So Bundy's is on the right, Roxy's is on the left. And then these are the collars that they use when they get wet. So if they go swimming, these are older collars. So I put these on them. And there's also a spare seatbelt there for when they're in the car. And then in drawer 3, we've got the high-vis. So the left-hand one is the dog high-vis, and then they're my ones. And then all of Bundy's bow ties go there. He has got more than just one. I just need to go and get them from upstairs. And then the bottom drawer is kind of like miscellaneous. So on the left, you've got all the posts that I haven't dealt with yet. I'm just covering it because my address is there. So any posts I haven't dealt with, I'll just pop in here and then hopefully stay on top of it every week. There's some tattoo numbing cream there and so on. A torch for when I walk them at night, a first aid kit, and sun cream. So yeah, look, I'm happy with it. I think it looks really cute. I'm happy with where it is. And I might try a little bit more of upcycling.